the enchanting narrative that arises from Ethiopian folklore vividly captures the extraordinary resilience and profound wisdom inherent in women. This theme is particularly illuminated in the captivating tale known as The Woman Who Saved the King. This story has journeyed through generations, mesmerizing audiences with its rich themes and compelling characters, thereby securing a treasured place in the cultural heritage of the region. In a tranquil and picturesque village, nestled within the vibrant and breathtaking landscapes of Ethiopia, there resided an exceptional woman named Mada. Mada was well known for her heart of gold, lively and outgoing personality, which was evident in her extroverted behavior. Mada was bubbly, welcoming, and a social butterfly that was highly respected and valued amongst all women in the community. Furthermore, Mada was a humble woman who showed warmth and hospitality to everyone in the community regardless of their status. Mada loved to dance to traditional Ethiopian music, and oftentimes she was the life and soul of the party. Mada had a glowing skin tone, a slim body type with broad shoulders, and jet black hair worn in a natural curly style. Mada was tall and carried herself with dignity and an aura which depicted an uncommon favor and grace that attracted people to her presence. Her beautiful skin that glowed was like that of gold dust from heaven shining on her. Mada had long, black, curly hair that reached her waist. Mada loved fashion and had her own fashion label that produced the good quality, signature, custom-made native clothing for women and men. Mada wore exquisite shoes that would jingle when she would walk, attracting attention from afar. Mada was feminine, powerful, and wealthy, but she was moved by humility and intelligence. Successful in business, she was a role model and an inspiration to the community. Her reputation extended far beyond her striking beauty. She was also celebrated for her sharp intellect and unwavering spirit. Mada emerged as a guiding light of hope and wisdom within her community, where her remarkable insights became widely acknowledged. Many individuals sought her counsel during their moments of hardship and distress. However, the peaceful rhythm of her life was abruptly interrupted one fateful day when catastrophe struck the kingdom in the form of a mysterious and debilitating illness that afflicted the cherished king. This grave situation left even the most seasoned and skilled royal physicians utterly confounded and powerless, casting a deep shadow of despair over the entire realm. Motivated by a heart filled with determination and a mind brimming with creative ideas, Mada resolved that she could not remain passive while her king suffered. She embarked on a daring quest to offer her assistance, her resolve unwavering as she approached the grand palace, which loomed majestically before her. Initially, the guards stationed at the entrance were doubtful, questioning her intentions and capabilities. However, upon recognizing her esteemed reputation, they ultimately decided to grant her access into the king's private chamber. As she stepped inside, Mada took a moment to absorb the scene unfolding before her. She beheld the king, who lay in silence, his spirit seemingly diminished by the weight of his affliction. With genuine compassion and heartfelt empathy, she initiated a warm conversation, gently urging the king to share the memory that once filled his life with immense joy and vibrancy. As he began to recount delightful tales of happiness and cherished experiences, a flicker of hope ignited within him, gradually lifting the heavy shroud of despair that had enveloped him. Mada understood that the king required more than mere medicinal remedies to restore his health. He needed the revitalizing essence of joy and the steadfast support of his community. Thus, she meticulously devised a thoughtful and imaginative plan aimed at rekindling his spirit. She orchestrated a grand celebration, extending invitations to the entire kingdom, thereby inviting everyone to partake in a festival brimming with enchanting stories, uplifting melodies, bright rainbow colors, and exuberant dances. The atmosphere quickly became infused with laughter and merriment, resonating not only within the palace walls but also reaching far beyond, creating a palpable sense of unity and happiness among the populace. As the festivities unfolded, the king found himself enveloped by the warmth and affection of his loyal subjects, who had gathered to demonstrate their unwavering support. With each passing moment of the jubilant celebration, he felt his strength gradually returning, and, to everyone's astonishment, he soon experienced a miraculous recovery from his illness. In a heartfelt display of gratitude and recognition for Makeda's exceptional wisdom and compassion, the king honored her with a prestigious title, appointing her as one of his most trusted advisors, and he threw her a surprise party, inviting her parents, family, friends, and kings and queens from other tribes, dignitaries, nobles, business partners, and, most importantly, his royal family to the celebration. During the ceremony, Makeda's beauty caught the attention of the king while she was dancing, and she was a brilliant dancer. The king could not resist her charm and beauty enticement. For this reason, the king extended the celebration for another 3 days with the intention of marrying Makeda. The king went up to the table where Makeda's parents were seated and whispered in their ears, declaring his love and desire to marry their daughter. They nodded in agreement, and he thanked them. The king then went up to Makeda and asked if he could talk to her privately. He led her to his inner courtyard and confessed his love for her. Makeda could not believe that the king would be interested in her and felt honored to be his wife. Makeda gave him a kiss on his forehead as a sign that she accepted his proposal. The next day, he announced in the palace and to the elites of the community that Makeda had accepted his hand in marriage and invited them to the wedding, which lasted for 3 days. In Ethiopian culture, a proper cultural wedding is a 3-day event. The first day of the wedding ceremony took place in a beautiful glass aesthetics church building, where the songs of Solomon were read out, and King David's psalms were sang by the king's choir. When Makeda entered the church with her ladies-in-waiting, as is the custom in Ethiopian culture, everyone rises and greets her. The priest then led the ceremony by praying for the couple, reading scriptures from the Old and New Testament, and conducted the exchanging of the rings, vows, and unity candles. Once the bride and groom were officially married, their family and friends greeted them outside of the church and celebrated their union with singing. On the second day of the wedding, bride and groom entered the palace, hands held tightly together, singing Amharic songs with the aura of love entering the atmosphere. The guests gave them a standing ovation as they entered and greeted them with Eskista songs. The atmosphere was colorful and bright as everyone adorned beautiful kabbas. On the third day of the wedding, family members of Makeda's family who could not make it to the wedding due to the long distance were remembered and honored. Makeda's parents also gave their final blessings and prayed for the success of their marital life. With tears of joy in her eyes, Makeda couldn't stop smiling. Makeda's family and the elites of society were all present for the 3 days of celebrating, Makeda's family were given a dowry of gold, diamond, ointments, cattle, and spices. In return, her family gave the groom's family creams, soaps, and spices. Throughout the celebration, there was an abundance of food, drinks, and cakes by the king's five-star caterers. Makeda especially enjoyed the spicy lamb stew, chicken and egg stew, and the basket of injera and vegetables. Makeda had multiple wedding outfits to change into, with enchanting music, singing, dancing, and jubilation. The wedding was a high status, one of the most beautiful. The king put a Koh-i-Noor diamond ring on her finger, and a gold nose ring as a symbol of their union and love, and danced the night away. The king also gave her a new name, the Queen of Sheba, due to her resemblance, femininity, intelligence, poise, well-spoken charm, and her business acumen. Makeda expressed her gratitude to her newly wedded king, and gave a speech about the honor it is to become his queen, and for giving her a new name, Queen Sheba. The guests were in awe of her humility and intelligence. The king praised her as the greatest amongst all women. Throughout their marriage they showed love, patience, and kindness to each other, and the story of their love and how she saved the king became a legendary story that was passed down from generation to generation.